In the bustling world of Weatherfield, life took an unexpectedly poignant turn for Lauren Bolton, Kate Fitton, in Monday's episode of Coronation Street. As her baby son Frankie lay seriously ill in the hospital, Lauren found herself overwhelmed, keeping a lonely vigil by his side. But she was soon joined by the ever-compassionate Roy Cropper, David Nielsen, whose unexpected visit brought comfort and support at a time when she needed it most. Lauren's journey to motherhood had been marred by trauma and fear. The recent ordeal with Joel Deering, Callum Lill, was still fresh in her mind, a harrowing experience where the malevolent Joel, Frankie's father, tried to force a miscarriage by slipping drugs into Lauren's drink. His intent was to harm both her and their unborn child. The baby miraculously survived, but not without complications. The premature birth had left Frankie fragile and fighting for his life. When Roy arrived at the hospital, Lauren was a picture of despair. Her fear for Frankie's future was palpable as she confided in Roy that her baby had been taken for a CT scan due to bleeding on his brain. The doctors warned of potential long-term damage, a possibility that weighed heavily on Lauren's heart. Seeking comfort, she turned to Roy and, in a rare moment of vulnerability, hugged him. Known for his aversion to physical contact, Roy nonetheless wrapped his arms around her, understanding instinctively that this was what she needed. Roy's appearance at the hospital wasn't entirely planned. He'd been on his way to a train fair, an event he had been eagerly anticipating. But upon hearing of Lauren's distress, he dropped everything to be by her side. In his uniquely understated manner, Roy attempted to distract Lauren by talking about his passion for trains. Though she struggled to feign interest, his efforts didn't go unnoticed. He shared with her that model trains could be quite valuable, a fact that piqued her curiosity, even in the midst of her turmoil. Despite her emotional state, Lauren expressed gratitude for Roy's presence, thanking him for not pressing her about her feelings. His unassuming companionship was exactly what she needed as she waited anxiously for news about her baby. Trying to mask her relief, she suggested that he should go to his train fair. But Roy was adamant, his place was with her. "We'll both be more at ease if I stay," he said gently, a sentiment that brought a flicker of comfort to Lauren's eyes. The arrival of the doctor brought a tense silence. It was cautious good news. The bleeding hadn't worsened, and there were signs of improvement. However, the situation remained precarious, and they would need to monitor Frankie's condition closely. For Lauren, it was a glimmer of hope in a sea of uncertainty. She thanked Roy once again, admitting that she would be lost without him. Feeling that he could finally leave Lauren in a slightly better frame of mind, Roy headed to his train fare. But it wasn't long before he was back at the hospital, confessing that his thoughts had been with her and Frankie the entire time. When he returned, he found Lauren visibly more at ease, though her longing to hold her baby was still evident. "I can't wait to hold him again," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "To let him know I'm here for him and everything's going to be all right." In a gesture that perfectly encapsulated Roy's character, he presented Lauren with a small gift, a model train for Frankie. It was Frankie's first train, and Roy expressed his hope to teach the little boy how to operate it someday. The gift symbolized more than just a toy. It was a promise of a future, a dream that Frankie would one day be healthy enough to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. The gesture moved Lauren deeply. For the first time since Frankie's birth, she allowed herself to imagine a future beyond the hospital walls. A future where her son could thrive and grow, with his Uncle Roy by his side to guide and support him. Roy's thoughtful presence represented hope and normalcy, two things that had been in short supply for Lauren since that terrifying night when Joel tried to take everything from her. As the episode drew to a close, there was a sense of quiet optimism. Lauren's journey is far from over, and Frankie's health remains delicate. But with Roy's unwavering support, she no longer faces the uncertainty alone. In a community that has seen its fair share of heartbreak and resilience, this moment between Lauren and Roy was a testament to the power of compassion, showing that even the smallest acts of kindness can help mend the deepest wounds.